Northwest Rubber in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, is one of the leading rubber mat manufacturers in the world. Their products are sought after around the globe for their superior quality and durability. They have production facilities in North America and Asia to meet the increasing demand for their growing line of products. But it didn't start out this way. Like many companies with a long history, this story begins with humble origins in a small farming town.
My name's Arnie Mellison. I started with Northwest Rubber back in 1969 when I was 17 years old, and I've been with the company ever since that time.
From the very beginning, Northwest Rubber was using recycled rubber to make its mats. Unfortunately, back in the 60s, and really all the way up into the 90s, environmentalism wasn't top of mind for most people.
If we told people it was made of recycled material, they didn't really want to buy it. They wanted new materials only. And so we had to downplay that part of it in order to get the sale of this product. Financially, the first year or two of our business was dismal. We did a total of $17,000 worth of business. That's not even $1,500 a month. And we rented a barn from CP Rail, and it cost us $30 a month. So we had no overhead. From there, it grew substantially year after year. But it was 3 years before Ken Swain, who was my boss and was the president of the company at that time, started taking any kind of a salary.
One day in 1970, a lady named Doris from Victoria came to Northwest Rubber wanting mats for her horses.
And so we installed those mats, and we were coming home, and Ken Swain and I both decided that there was no way that rubber mats in a horse stall made any sense.
As fate would have it, Doris was onto something, and they found there was a huge opportunity for growth in the equine sector.
From there we started marketing somewhat and selling it and installing them, and it really made our business at that time. The quality of the product was suspect at the beginning. They just wasn't sticking together as good as it should have. So we just went to the Vancouver Public Library and we looked up rubber and how to make rubber and vulcanizing. And we came up with a brilliant idea that maybe we should add sulfur to it. And so we dumped some of that in. We had no idea how much, so we put a cup full in or something. And we pull the rubber mat out and say, oh my goodness, what have we done? Like, this thing is fantastic.
This new ability to produce high-quality mats opened doors to more products and industries. Northwest Rubber began producing mats for ice rinks, gyms, truck beds, and more. After nearly 40 years since his first day at Northwest Rubber, Arnie, then president and CEO, knew the company wasn't reaching its full potential. After a long search, Leighton Friesen joined Northwest Rubber and became CEO shortly thereafter.
So yeah, when I first started with Northwest Rubber, I was excited, probably a little nervous. There were some great people in the company, and I was excited to try to bring a different approach to some of the problems that they had been experiencing.
Leighton, he's put his own team together. I'm just amazed and pleased with the quality of people that we are able to attract.
So the company had done amazingly. I mean, they had grown from nothing to where they were, but sometimes to get over that hurdle, to get through some of those challenges, sometimes you just need a fresh set of eyes.
It didn't take long before Northwest Rubber began selling into new and exciting markets around the world.
Having grown up in rinks and worked in rinks for a long time, I think so far it's probably been the best rubber I've had in a rink. All of it's top notch.
We typically have about 40,000 student card swipes per month that come in this facility, so a lot of foot traffic. It's extremely durable. Weight's dropped all the time. This is exactly what we need.
So we have roughly 47,000 square feet of the Pro XL floor. Upwards of 4,000 people come through our doors a day. And so that puts a lot of wear and tear on the facility and in the flooring system itself. And what the product has done for us, the Pro XL flooring system has just been a joy for us.
I think it's performing great. Everything's doing exactly what we thought it would do. And it's taken a beating, but it's holding strong and looking good still.
The mats have been a real positive. It's helped so much with not only the condition for the horses, but our labor involved in getting these stalls cleaned.
Not only are they durable, not only do they look great, not only do they don't come apart, but there's no maintenance. And that's one thing as a barn owner that I can appreciate, because there's plenty to do on a farm.
In terms of the quality of our products, it's been a very easy sell for me. It made it that much easier when we kind of figured out that, hey, we've got the Cadillac of rubber mats for the agricultural business.
For Northwest Rubber, there's like the commercial side of things and then there's the retail. Red Barn really was the start of Northwest Rubber, kind of the brand that forms the foundation of it. So we do the mats and the walls and trailer, and really is synonymous with just great durability and quality and very trusted. Sport Floor is the commercial recreational flooring. So you'll see that in a lot of community centers and ice rinks throughout North America. Traction, so our kind of multi-purpose mat, is what we go out to retail on the mass retailer, the big box. Then we move into Magnum Mat, and we bring that more into the DIY hardware, so the smaller footprint stores. One different brand that we have is Black Armor. It's a truck bed mat. It's much thicker than the competition, much more durable, so this is something that we really want to focus on.
In addition to the demand for recycled rubber products, there has been a growing demand for virgin rubber products as well. This led Northwest Rubber to Asia, where they began manufacturing specialty rubber flooring in 2001.
The first time I went to China to visit Beijing Rubber in East Rock was in 2008. And at that time I met Tiger, Mr. Dong, and Mr. Lee, and all those people are still there.
Working with Northwest Rubber, we are more like a strategic partner, and we work very close, developing new products and watching the quality. And other than business, we're also very good friends. People are always talking about long-term relationship. This is a very good long-term relationship.
They've shown, and we've shown repeatedly over and over again, that we're committed to the partnership. And a huge part of that is trust. And that's pretty unique in my experience for any partnership, let alone an overseas type partnership. The other products we make outside North America are more specialty rubber, so it's better to be connected and more centrally located to areas where it's a little bit closer to the raw material source.
For us, it's not about chasing the lowest cost product. It's around knowing what you're going to get. It's about consistency. It's around continual improvement. And I think by establishing those relationships and having history with them where they trust you and you trust them, it really is an extension of what we're doing here in North America.
While Northwest Rubber continues to improve on and expand what they are doing in China, they remain very focused on their North American manufacturing facilities.
If I look back how we made mats back then, it took 4 hours to make 5 mats in one press. Even to this date, we're still pushing those limits to see if we can do it quicker and quicker. 50 years ago, we were filling molds much the same way we're doing now. The fact that you need to keep innovating just to keep progressing is very important. Otherwise, you get stagnant.
Northwest Rubber built a new facility in Ontario in 2010 and has seen several expansions since.
Last 2 to 3 years when we've been developing automation, it's exciting to see it come together.
We can make product thinner, we can make product more consistent. From a safety perspective, the operators are away from the mold. We eliminate all the variables that are associated with operation manual labor.
People that got to run this machine have to be able to, look at things, monitor things, change things, tweak things and stuff like that. So, it opens up opportunities for our workers to be able to step up. As part of the development team, it's very exciting.
One of the sideline benefits of being 100% recycled mat flooring manufacturer is our products are LEED certified, and that empowers us and allows us to get into the architect and design community and position our product for that type of specification.
I would say 99.9% of the rubber that comes in here goes out as a usable product. So the rubber that you see on the floor gets cleaned up daily and weekly, and then it gets cleaned in a process and put back into the system. And it's important that we try to recycle as much as possible.
Northwest Rubber has seen tremendous growth over the past 50 years, but from the very beginning, they have always put their people first.
It's a secondary family coming to work. Like everyone knows everyone and everyone cares about what's happening in your life.
All the bosses and everything are easy to approach. When you walk by them, you just say hi and how's it going?
I mean, I can walk upstairs and talk to Leighton and chat about your kids and your summer plans kind of thing, and it's pretty good that way, so that's pretty hard to beat.
I look forward to coming to work every day. I really enjoy working at Northwest Rubber. We've got a great team. It's just a lot of fun.
I've had 30 years almost of people coming and going, and it's just meeting all different people. I've made some really good friends along the way. It seems like that feeling that we can do anything.
In 2013, Crystal Financial, a Vancouver-based private equity firm, invested in Northwest Rubber.
So one of our investment criteria is having fun. And working with Leighton and his management team has been a lot of fun over the last 5 years. We really see this as a beginning. We've only just gotten going. There is so much potential going forward for Northwest Rubber, and we're excited about being part of it for many years to come.
But I think in the next 5 years is going to be a real eye-opener as to where the ceiling of this business really is. We haven't found it, even though we've been around for 50 years.
We're so proud of our history, our heritage, our small town roots, and we're looking forward to continuing that legacy over the next 50 years.